Right. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Akshat, hi. Welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. Last stream was on Wednesday, I think, so it took some time. I've been working on some stuff. Yeah, I'm great. A lot of work, the normal job, and then this other thing, which yeah, it's basically fun. So it's okay. Hi, Jorge, Bojana. Hi. Welcome. So today we're going to have a packed stream. First of all, I'm going to reply to a few comments that have come up. Some hi Vishnu, some negative, and yeah, just want to keep you update on that. Then we're going to talk about how to find your data engineering project, to learn data engineering, to get into these tools, to get into these techniques. Hi Stanislav. Great. Vinicius Srinivasan. Hi. Hi everybody. Hi on YouTube. Hi on LinkedIn. So and then we're going to talk about how to find your data engineering project, and then which actually also works for data scientists. And then I'm going to show you the progress on the Team Data Science website. Yeah, so it's a packed stream. Let's get it on. Yeah, hi and welcome. So a few things. Let me quickly show the desktop. If you want to support this stream, I have Patreon. I have a Patreon. You can send me a paypal.me/feedthestream, a super chat on YouTube, or you can use my Amazon store and go through the Amazon link on my webpage. And yeah, it helps a lot. This Amazon thing costs you nothing, but helps the stream here a lot. And on this side also you can find the link to our Telegram chat. We right now have around 200. I think we're already over 200 people in the Telegram chat, which is awesome. And it's a way to like a WhatsApp group, share stuff, talk about today. We've been talking about Ubuntu and some stuff. So but what came up lately or recently was this. I got a message that said, "Hey Andreas, just to tell you that a member of your chat here contact people to propose his service about crypto investments. This is of course something that I don't want, and if you do this stuff in the Telegram chat and if you don't behave and be a cool dude, you'll get banned for life. So this guy Clay Chapman, banned for life. Okay, that's the first thing. And I want to keep this clean, and I want to keep this engineering focused and not. And so if you're in the Telegram and if you see some stuff like this, these people are getting banned for life. The links are on my webpage. It's called andreaskretz.com. You can also go to plumbersofdatascience.com. I posted in the LinkedIn chat. So yeah. First time watching live. I don't know if how it's on your side. It's for most people it's getting quite late. Then another thing came up. What was this? Another thing came up. Hi, I like your videos. I would love to see your subscribers grow. Just work on your openings. Pay some openings. I actually don't care about the openings. It's a live chat and it's a live stream, so yeah, let's keep it easy here. And pay some ex-YouTuber, Google YouTuber to mention your channel. I replied, God no. Okay, I wrote this wrong. I would never pay anyone to mention me. This is if somebody finds this cool and wants to share this with your channel, if you're a YouTuber or somewhere, go for it. I would love that, but I'm not going to to pay someone to spread the word. No, never. Then yeah, another thing with the when I said next year we're going to see a lot of data science projects fail, and basically this trend, and that I can help people with that, and help companies with that. Somebody wrote, very interesting, until you reach the conclusion. What are you going to do? You need consulting, contact me. This is such a waste of time to write something like this. I wrote, what's your problem? I give all this information here for free. Such an offer doesn't even concern you as a professional or a learner. It's aimed at companies, and so I think you all get the idea. I don't understand this. How? Then just today there was something funny, and I personally I love these messages, because someone wrote, you're extremely condescending, and I love these things, because then it starts, okay, now let's dance, and so I wrote, if you don't like what I do, then just go somewhere else, nobody cares. And then then he wrote, you're right, I'm sorry. What? So I wrote, what are you apologizing for? This makes no sense. But this is also a good example how to not behave on LinkedIn, how to not behave on YouTube, on the internet. You don't go somewhere and write, you're extremely condescending or whatever. It's some stuff, some negative stuff. This always comes up, and some people are afraid to get negative comments. Do not care about them. It absolutely makes no sense. There is no real critics and something. Just no, this is not how to behave here. And if you like with the Telegram, if you keep this up, you get banned for life. Like this other dude we had a few streams ago on LinkedIn. Yeah. So be nice, be fair, don't throw around stupid stuff, and if you don't like it, just go somewhere else. This is what I do all the time. I never write a negative comment, because who cares? Who cares about me? I'm just a name on YouTube or a name on LinkedIn. Doesn't matter. And the cool thing is that I'm doing this for fun here. I don't care. I don't need you to have. I don't need you to pay me something, and I don't need to make money from you. You can. It's very appreciated if you support this channel. And yes, I'm going to have a coaching, but this is not a huge coaching. This is a coaching for fun, where I can take maybe 10 people a month or over 3 months and try to coach them. So yeah. Hi Ashraf. Yeah, this is just the introduction. I just wanted to go over some comments and fun stuff. And now I'm going to talk about how to do your data engineering, your first project, your data engineering project. How to get into this. The thing that I hear all the time is I can't learn this because I don't have a project or how to do this or in mind that I could do. I don't know which tools. I don't know the exact thing, and I never really understand this because it's not that hard. I mean. It's very easy to actually find your project, and you don't need to go full out and go over the top. Let's say you want to get into engineering, and we have done this on this channel as well. If I quickly get to the cookbook, where's the cookbook? I'm searching, what is the best ETL tool? Says Odlin. There is no best tool. I mean, there are different tools and different things you can do, and you need to find the best thing that works for you. So you need to do research that fits onto your use case, onto the thing that you want to do. So it's not that of a so there is no best thing. Another thing, Violet already I wanted to mention this, but I forgot this. This is a good point. How to prepare for a data science interview. I had a hi John. I had a talk with someone on the Telegram chat, and he said, "Yeah, how do I prepare for a data engineering interview? I'm not that deep into it, and how to get it right and so on." Learning for an interview, that absolutely makes no sense. This is not a test. I mean, an interview is not a test. There is no curriculum, and then you're getting asked in a range of questions. Absolutely makes no sense. However, what you need to do you need to prepare for the interview, and I mean, every interview is going to be different, and people are going to be different, and what they ask is going to be different. But one thing you have to keep in mind when I'm writing a job description and I'm searching for someone, I'm writing the job description so that he's going to need the skills to actually fulfill or do the job. Okay, so if you apply to a job, look for what company is it, what are they doing, and what specifically is asked are the tasks and the maybe the tech that is mentioned in the job description, because people are going to ask you. I mean, what's the goal of an interview? You want to find out if that person can do the work you need to get done, right? Makes sense. So you're not going to ask random questions or stuff that doesn't matter for the job that you need to be done. You ask questions about this stuff. So if in the description there's something there is something about Spark, or there is something regarding AWS, you have work on AWS, then you can already see where the questions might be going, because you're going to be getting asked about AWS, how good your AWS skills are, because that work needs to be done, and so you know, so there's no yeah, I know in the cookbook I have some questions and some I want to collect 1001 interview questions, but this is more. This should be more a help of you trying to find out what could be asked in which direction. But this is yeah, I think you get the point. There can be a million questions, and you cannot really prepare for it. You can only go in and be honest. And if you don't know something, you don't know it. Don't go around and yeah, be honest about it. And this is going to help you. We're already getting distracted again. I'm seeing interesting questions. Nelima says, I'm graduating next year in spring. Can you please let me know on tips on getting data engineer? Should certification in Google Cloud Platform or Azure help? You can do a certification, but a certification, I mean, if you go in and you don't need a lot for Google Cloud, Azure, or AWS, and there are tiers to start for free. And so what I would do is I would focus on something, or on one thing, let's say Google Cloud. Go in, create an account, and play around with the stuff. Play around with the tools, play around, create some pipelines, do some processing on it, document it, put it somewhere, like on a GitHub or in your LinkedIn profile and so on, and then link to it from your CV, from your letter of intent. Link to these sources where the people can find this stuff. And so it's Bruno says, just say read my free data engineering cookbook. I mean, you don't need to read it. I'm always using it because I like it. I mean, I've written it, and you're going to see this getting used in a minute again. So it always comes down. You don't need to read. Maybe don't read it from top to bottom. It's intended to be a search and so on. And don't. Also, it's not finished, so I'm working on that all the time. A few questions. It may be good, Bojana says, it may be good to prepare some self-reflection topics not related to hardcore data science. Some self-reflection topics. For example, it's gap in dealing with stakeholders. Functional knowledge gaps. Yeah, okay. I mean, self-awareness is one of the big things to actually look for here. It's, I mean, and this is a good point. Bojana says, while some candidates have a great data science or have great data science credentials, they lack self-awareness. They say self-awareness, and therefore we don't hire them. This is self-awareness is crucial, and this is something I'm struggling with as well. This is nothing simple. You cannot learn self-awareness, but you can start with thinking about what am I good in and what am I not so good in, and basically what do I want to do, and what don't I want to do? How do I say this? What do I not want to do? And basically, there are whole courses on self-awareness. I did a from Bosch, where I'm working at. I did a 3-day self-awareness course this year. So you can spend a lot of time on self-awareness, and this is very important. And and it's also like Bojana says, it's a good thing to have it in an interview. So if you get asked, can you do this, or do you want to do this? Don't say, I can, maybe, or I don't, I'm a good learner and I can learn everything. If you don't want to do this, just say it. I mean, that's, how, with the first super chat on YouTube. Thanks a lot. Thanks big time. Thank you for sharing a really quality channel. Thanks a lot, How. So now I know the super chats work. Thanks so much. Every bug is getting used here for the channel, and I've been asked today, are you quitting your job yet for the whole thing, and with the small business and with the coaching? This whole thing is I'm happy about it right now. It's a zero-sum game. So I'm not. You guys are supporting me so much, and YouTube with the the ads is generating enough so I can run here, and it's a zero-sum game for now. I could need some help, but I don't want to be negative. Everything's good. All is good. My wife said today, "You're in such good mood today." I don't know. I'm just in a good mood today. Yeah. Let's get back into the whole thing. So what I want to bring over or deliver today is about your data engineering project, or it can also be a data science project. And I'm going to get back, Bruno, I'm going to go back to my cookbook. And I know I bring this up all the time. But this blueprint, I really like it, and I don't care if people like it or don't like it. I like it. And the thing is, if you want to do, let's say you want to start a project, you can. There are 3 ways to go and do this. First thing is, you have let's say on the left side here. On the left side, this is a. Is this? The screen brush never works. It's a joke. Now, okay, here it is. Now let's just get it red. Okay, you can work from this side here, which is basically the source. It's where some data is. You can also go in and start from the other side. Is, let's say, what do you want to achieve? Where's your goal here? So you start from the left side. I can. What's an interesting source of data that I could use for a project? And what could I do with it? So for instance, you want to, you have a book. You have a book in a PDF form or in a text form, in a text form. And what could you do? So you could, how does it look, and what can you do with it? And you could count words. You could do natural language stuff. And so on, or analytics regarding what is this sentiment analysis, is this good, is this bad, and so on and so on. And so you could work basically from here to here. Or you say, okay, I need to do natural language processing. So you go from this side to this side and think about what's a search for a data set. What is a good data set? That's also possible. Very, very possible. You could also start from the middle or from any point here and say, okay, I want to learn stream processing, and I want to learn stream processing with something like what's a stream processing frame? Or let's say I want to start stream processing and I want to do in AWS Lambda functions. Oh, it's too thick. Where's the thin? Oh, now the color is again. Okay, so you can start here. What's going on today? And say Lambda. So you can start with Lambda functions, and so just try and work your way up. Select some content and feed it to a Lambda function, and then build up further. Amar says another super chat. Wow, thanks a lot, Amar. Your cookbook is amazing. We need more people like you. Thanks. That's absolutely true. I think we could need more people who are sharing this stuff. Most stuff is getting hidden. somewhere and the people are not talking about it. And I would love to have more people in here. But Amar, as well, if you have some cool stuff for the cookbook, you can edit. It's a GitHub, so you can make a pull request and add your stuff. And I'm going to look at it. And if I think it fits there, we can add your stuff. Or just write me on Telegram a thing, and then we're going to add the stuff. This is supposed to be a. I'm only starting this. I would love to you to add your stuff. This is also why I created the Telegram. Add your stuff, and if you like something, share it. So we're getting a team here, and we're helping each other with this relatively new stuff. So what I basically, as an example, I started some time ago. And let me go back to the cookbook. I started this hands-on course. Unfortunately, I never really had time to finish this. So I started this on YouTube. There are thanks Amar, by the way. Thanks again. Thanks for the super chat. We started this, and there are YouTube videos on this. You can search my playlist. I think I have it in the playlist. And what I wanted to do, what I knew is I wanted to do something with Spark, with NiFi, and with Kafka. And so I searched for what's a good source that may be interesting that we can use. And then I was looking into Twitter. So Twitter has an API, you can read tweets and so on. And then you can basically build a stack. So in this case, you could start with, okay, I want to learn APIs. So start with an API and check out how the Twitter API works. Then, okay, now I need to ingest this somehow. Use a buffer. You could use Kafka, you could use RabbitMQ or whatever, So how do you feed this in there? And then select a streaming framework. Do something with Elasticsearch or a processing framework, I meant, or something. And you can build this gradually. And if you say, now I done this with Elasticsearch because I have the tweets and I wanted to search them by tags and so on. I want to do something else, then add batch processing to it, install a Spark Docker container and run this also, and you get the idea. Then what you could do is, okay, how can I move forward? I could work with a database, maybe a SQL database, start or put it into a key value store. You search it for a key value store. Which one could you use? I mean, I'm already here with the stream processing. I'm already on AWS. Use DynamoDB or S3. Store it on S3, and then visualize it. What could you do? There are a lot of options. Could use a BI tool to query this, to read S3 files and work with it. You could also install a UI. Grafana is very, very much used. And let's just use Grafana. Install Grafana here. And so you basically you start and you connect the things here. And why did the color change? And so on. I mean, yeah. And then, from the stream processing, that you feed this into the SQL database warehouse, and so on, or create another API on and have the API connect to your SQL database where you store some data. It's the things are the combinations are endless. You only need to need to find out which direction or which tools are you interested. Research a bit. What are the tools doing, and what are they used for? And this is also what I'm trying to add in the cookbook, to add more information of the options that you have in each of these sections, and so you can build the whole thing. The other way around, you have, let's say you are a data scientist. Maybe I screenshot this thing. Can I screenshot this? No, I'm fighting. Doesn't work. Okay. The other way would be, you're a data scientist and you want to do some analytics, so you can find a source and do the processing, and then you can build on top of that. Start basically with a file, use the processing, do the file. Then you say, okay, now I'm offline here. I'm having analytics. Let's say you have a batch job and you have a file here. File. You have a file, and here you have some machine learning. And so these two are connected right now directly. You're reading a file. Okay. How could I? Now this is, I can train this and I can do this. How could I automate this? So what you could do is, okay, I want to use stream processing here. Then the thing is, okay, you would learn how to write a stream processing job. You have the file, you have still the file. So what you would do is you write for instance, a Python. You write a Python job that is taking the file and inserts the rows into a message queue. Oh, it's hard because I don't have the pen. And you feed the rows into the message queue, and then you feed it into the stream processing, and then you're creating the stuff, or feeding it to a SQL database here, and you use a dashboard. You get the idea. Oh. Yeah. So as you can see, the options are endless, and this is why I don't understand that when people say, I would love to get into this, but I don't know what to do. I don't have a project. I don't have a fully formed thing that I want to do. You don't need to start with a full, let's say, a full pipeline. Start with a small thing, and then try to figure out where to go next. This was what I initially had intended for the for this thing here. So I was going to start first read stuff from the Twitter API with NiFi, then write it into Kafka, and then analyze it. First, I would install Zeppelin and work and read from Zeppelin. Then I would install a Spark Docker container and read from Kafka into Spark, and then from Spark, for instance, into Kafka back, and so on. Now, I could have also said, and I was interested in that, let's forget about Spark. Spark is, I've been working with Spark, and if you say I don't really like Spark, I'm more interested in Elasticsearch because I can search and so on. And so what you would do is leave this part, you keep the part with the APIs, with NiFi, with Kafka, and you X out Spark, and you insert Elasticsearch, and then you can already go on and so on. And so it's super simple, and it's absolutely modular, and you don't need to have everything set up from the beginning. You go through it and you find your way, baby steps, baby steps, and yeah. But again, the absolutely important thing here, the top important thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. If you do this, you need to document it. This is the most important thing. You don't need to do YouTube videos like I do. Do an article and create articles. Every time you do something, you're learning something. So document what you learn, document your code, document how far you come, and so on and so on. Go with where this is going to lead you somewhere. You might know it, you might not know it today, but on the way through this thing here, through this stuff here, you're going to find it. I think this is important and or logical, I would say. So don't come to me with any excuses and say I don't have a project to work on. There are 1,000 things, and one of the simplest thing is just download a file from somewhere, download something, and it doesn't matter what it is. When you search for something that you're interested in, it doesn't matter what you need to be interested in, and where you can think maybe I can do some interesting, or find out some interesting things. Download a file, analyze it or process it, and build on top of it. Yeah. Arash says, how valuable are data-driven decisions for small enterprises? They may not be able to afford good data scientists. So should a data scientist be on the top of priority list? That absolutely doesn't matter. You don't really need a data scientist. As a small business, the first thing I would do is figure out some KPIs. Let's say you have a software product and you want to know how people are using it or something. Figure out some KPIs and try to create a system how to measure those KPIs. Data scientists without infrastructure and without maybe as an external, with someone you pay as a freelancer, but it's some hard stuff. Sean says, does the size of the source matter, or that shouldn't even be a consideration? Sean, the size doesn't matter. I mean, of course, let's rephrase this. To build a pipeline, to learn the tools here, size absolutely does not matter. It's completely irrelevant if this thing is a 20 megabytes, a 200 megabytes, 2 gigabytes thing. It doesn't matter for learning the tools and learning how to use this stuff. And for instance, for learning how to write something into Kafka and process it with Spark and write it into a SQL database, it doesn't matter how big the stuff is. One thing though, if you want to do machine learning, you need to have a sufficient amount of data for doing the learning. You know what I mean? Because when you do training and validation, you need to have the data sets need to be good and have a good enough quality. So it matters in some ways, but from a purely engineering standpoint, won't matter. Because I mean, the worst thing is, let's say you have a small file and but it's interestingly to process. You just in the connect phase or in the source phase, you just loop it just insert it multiple times after another and so on. So oh yeah, no man. There are a lot of questions. Let's just go over the ones from LinkedIn, and then we're going to go on to the one from YouTube. Well, it says great stuff. Thanks. Carlos says, I love Spark, especially for the machine learning library. Yeah, with Kafka, you can use Spark with Kafka, of course. This is a very interesting combo, I have learned. Yeah, go with the flow. That's the one thing. Okay, let's catch up to the YouTube comments. Nitish says, I'm transitioning from data scientist to become a data engineer. Yes, okay. Can you suggest anything for me to succeed as a data engineer? That depends on what you already know as a data scientist. Are you have you been purely a analytics data scientist who has not been working with basically with pipelines and so on? Hi Carlos. If you never been working with engineering, I would definitely look into the tools. You already with it as a data scientist. If you want to transition from data scientist to data engineer, you have a big how do you say this, upside benefit. You have one of the, you're in a good position. Let's call it this. Sometimes I'm missing the English word, sorry. Because you already know what people are doing or how the analytics works and what people are doing in the analytics stuff. And you can have a feeling of how should the data be processed, how should it be stored, and although you might not have a experience of how to create a store and how to create the pipelines to actually bring the data to the data scientist. And this would be my tip if you already know data, if you're already a data advantage. Thanks a lot. You have a real advantage and you know already how to process the data or how to work with the data from the data scientist side. So go into the engineering and think about how would you use this as a data scientist. But focus on the engineering stuff, I would say. Again, this is always, I'm always shooting from the hip. So this is what I think right now and my feeling. This journey will lead you to the promised land. Yeah, promised land. It's an interesting land. Andreas, definitely it is a very important, has SQL skills for big data analysis. Is it mandatory? I mean, SQL as a data engineer and also as a data scientist, you need to have some SQL skills. You need to know how SQL works. Especially as a data engineer, you need to know how SQL databases work, how to create a SQL database, because you are going to find this everywhere. Most front ends or most visualizations need somehow a data store, and let's say you have a web UI or a dashboard. I should add dashboard here. You have a dashboard on the right side. And it doesn't make sense if you only have a few really good structured KPIs to store these KPIs in a big data store, into a key value store. I mean, if the schema doesn't change a lot, it doesn't really make sense. So what you would do is you would connect it with some kind of a SQL database or make a SQL thing, because where SQL is very, 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 very good is the language, the query, the query language. Everybody can work with SQL, can work with the language. A lot of tools can work with a SQL database, and this is one of the very important things that I have learned over the years. Basically everything. I started with the SQL stuff, and then I had a problem. I had a project where this stuff here, this traditional, it's, by the way, it's hilarious that the color always changes. It's because I'm using the Apple mouse, and the Apple mouse has the scroll bar here, and whenever I scroll, the color changes, and I scroll by accident. Maybe I need to get some other thing here. So start with SQL. It's the foundation, and for me it was the foundation. And when I found out that I had a problem where this stuff does no longer work, it opened this whole big data universe for me and led me to here. So my journey from then to here is about 8 years, when I realized that this thing here doesn't work for my problem. It's about 8 years. So this is not going to come overnight, everything. Jorge says, I'm enjoying this a lot. Thanks. This is fun, this stuff. Okay, let's get back to the YouTube comments. So this is about data scientist to data engineer. Does the size of the source matter? I already answered. By building on top of it, you mean aggregate data by post-processing the data? I would. Not necessarily. I mean, yes, but what I mean with building on top of it, for instance, automate stuff. Automate the thing, something where you have previously used some like I told you, like I showed you before, a Python script. Automate this with the tool, or if you think about a continuous development, continuous integration, this stuff. How do bring how do you bring this something from development into production? What tools can you use? How to use them? There are a lot of options, and it's not only the processing. It's make the pipeline bigger, use more things, and that more things that can scale. Do we check the test data for problems before actually using them? That absolutely depends on your problem and what you want to do. Most of the time, I would say, if you're using an example, it might be very clean, but ultimately, every data set you have everywhere isn't really clean. There are always problems in it. It matters how severe the problems are, but it's a good idea to do a pre-processing and to explore the data and look into it. How is it structured? What are there some big problems, or is there wrong data or missing data? This absolutely makes sense to check, but it's not really necessary. This is one of the steps that you're going to do while doing your project. You're going to learn how to look into the data that is coming in, how to make sure that it's clean, how to make sure that it's right, and so on. And this is always building on top of it. Then you can do this manually. Then you're going to go and automate it. Amar says, absolutely, we did our train and test with a small data set and the results looked biased. Of course. Dimitrios asking the hard questions here. But it reveals how I'm shooting from the hip. Dimitrios asks, Andreas, you said about KPIs, and I was wondering, have you defined KPIs for this project, the YouTube, the data science, team data science, and so on? Of course, how to say this? I'm mostly shooting from the hip. I know I want to bring the YouTube channel. I want to get more subscribers, and I want to get more views on it. Why? Because then the content gets shared more. And so what I for instance on the YouTube thing, ultimately I want to create one video a day. That is hard, because what I started to do is I started to chop up these long streams and put them into small things and then upload these and so on, to get more views, to get more income, to share the whole thing, and to use this money to basically create even more content and advance the whole setup, and to make it more attractive, and to deliver the message. And so I want to use the YouTube thing to deliver the content and to create let's say a base income for the whole thing, that basically YouTube can pay for the team data science costs. This is, for instance, one thing. Do I have my... Let me just... Didn't I write this down somewhere? I don't find it. It doesn't matter. So this is one of the strategies. Another thing of let's say this is the whole thing for the team data science. As I said before, I don't want. I know I want to do coaching because this. Let's say, yeah. Okay, let's describe it this way. I want to do somehow. I need to get the info more out, and I need to work on the content. The problem is I'm working a full-time job, so I cannot deliver. I cannot do a huge training, and that I need 100 and 200 hours and so on for that, because then I would not be able to do these streams and create content. And so, but what I can do is I can do coaching and I can help you guys. And I know I don't want to do this for 20, 30, 40 people. So 10, let's say 10 people, 135 euros a month, 1,300 euros. So I could basically hire someone who is creating the videos, or who is turning the videos into articles that I can share on LinkedIn, or he can work on taking your stuff and he or she, of course, and putting it into the cookbook, advance the cookbook, and so on. So I want to get more information out there. And with the team data science, let's quickly go to the team data science thing. Let's go quickly to the team data science thing. I can show you how far it's come. With the team data science thing, one of the most important things for me is this build your professional profile, where we are doing basically the stuff that I have shown you just a few minutes before. You can do projects, and I can help you and lead you in the right direction. And we're going to do a call every week with all the participants, and you guys can help each other. And I'm going to share your stuff, and we are going to talk about this stuff. It's going to be going on the YouTube channel, and so on and so on. And I know this this thing. You don't need to do the coaching if you don't need help, and if you want to go through it yourself. No problem, do it. I would love to inspire you to if you go there and you say, I don't need the coaching, I can do this myself. Yes, start with it, do it. And within the coaching, what I want to do is I want to offer a blog. And so who is in the coaching can forever write onto the blog, and I'm going to share this stuff and we're going to talk about it. But what I've decided this weekend, I'm going to add the forum again. So we're going to have a forum in there where you can write articles for data engineering, for artificial intelligence, whatever. And you can share your cool projects that you do, and we're going to talk about it. And you can create your profile even if you're not in the coaching. It doesn't matter. I said before, I don't want to create courses and keep the secret sauce in the course. This is not something I want to do. I want to help people get their message out, get their show off I want to that you get your message out, share what you can do, and yeah, hopefully this helps getting you if you're searching for a job, or if you want to become a data engineer or data scientist. Yeah. Yeah. I said before, the whole thing here, this whole team data science thing, this website costs me $260 a year, 260 euros. So basically, if only one of you or someone is doing a coaching, this thing pays for itself, and we can have fun every week, and it's all good. And I don't care. I don't want to have a lot of people here right now. I'm loving these streams, and the thought of doing my normal job and then being so busy that I cannot do streams, it's horrible. Okay. So yeah, I've been working on this. I always had this idea of doing a data science, corporate data science rescue service. I was just putting this in. I'm not hoping to get a lot of customers here. This is a thing. If somebody needs me, can write me, and we're going to rescue this data science project. But this is not something that I think. That this is going to take off like crazy. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Let me go back here. Let's quickly go over some more contents. KPIs are defined by stakeholders. Yeah, for me here, I'm the stakeholder here. Or my wife. Yeah, it's 2020 Goro. Yeah, welcome. He says, great stream today. Good, a few people viewing today. It's awesome. I absolutely love these streams, and when people are here, because we can have a discussion. I don't need to sit here and do a how did somebody call it last time? He said, I'm sorry, I'm late for the lecture. I don't want to have this or do lectures here. I want to have discussions, and I want to keep talking to you and getting you to create something. And if you have something great you have done and you want to share it with me on the where's my website? Where did my website go? Here. Share it with me. You can always reach me. We have the Team Data Science channel on Telegram. There you can also write me a direct message. It's like WhatsApp, and it's awesome, and it's for free. And I'm going to leave this up forever. I don't have any plans to delete this. Kafka and Spark streaming does wonders. It'd be great if we could get some insights about building that real-time processing framework. We could do a project on that in the future, or within the coaching, somebody does that, and yeah, and we're going to share it and work with it together. Add me on LinkedIn, please. Jorge, add me on LinkedIn. I usually don't add more people on LinkedIn, but if you ask, nice. I haven't gotten a invitation from you. Send me a request, a connection request. That side, that team data science side isn't public right now. I'm still working on it. The thing that I want to do is I'm still working on the. I want to have a good read more here. So with the coaching, this right now leads to this side, which I don't like, and this leads to this, and this is a description of how this is generated by the system. I don't like this. I want to do this, get this more transparent, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I clicked away from the stream. Okay, I'm back. Next stream, Mike. The streams are usually Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, same time, 10:30 p.m. Germany time in the evenings, because this is the I mean, I have 2 kids and a wife and a full-time job, so this is more or less the only time I have, and yeah. Amar says, with the number of people responding for the videos and how hot these technologies are, you definitely have to hire more people, as there are very few credible sources sharing inside details. Yeah, that's a no, Jorge, send me a connection request. I think you can do a drop down, or maybe I can find, or, yeah. Try to send me a connection request. Yeah, the thing is, in Germany we have this nice rule that you can't, basically, for me as an entrepreneur, I cannot have any volunteers. Volunteers are only for NGOs and this stuff, and so I need to pay minimum wage for somebody who is helping me with this. And the minimum wage, I don't know how high is it, 8 euros or something, or 9 euros right now per hour. So this adds up very, very quick, very, very fast. And yeah, it's not that easy. In the US, you could just hire, you could just have a few volunteers, and they can help, and all is good. In Germany, no. So yeah, but I don't really care too much about this. If nobody comes to the coaching, and it's all good, then I wasted 260 euros. I tried something new. I want to try some stuff, and if it works out, good. If it doesn't work out, all good. If I do these streams for the next 2 years, doesn't matter. It's fun. It's fun. I'm learning stuff. You're learning stuff. We can help each other, and yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome. Okay. I think we're so far finished. I don't have any more topics. Did I have any more topics? I don't think so. Yeah. Thank you a lot for watching, for commenting. Thanks again, Amar and Hao, for the very, very nice super chats. These things are very helpful. And again, if you want to do me something good and help support the stream, go to my website, andreaskretz.com. You can find the ways to support me through Patreon. You can send me a paypal.me/feedthestream. There's a link. There's the super chats you already see on YouTube. And what helps a lot, and I haven't even realized this, you can buy something from Amazon, and I'm going to get a small commission if you use the link from my website. And I think I put it in the description of the YouTube video. I don't even know. You can go there, check out my whole setup and everything I use, and you don't need to buy something from this. Just click this, and if you need to buy something for Christmas or whatever, this helps me a lot. Yeah. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are going to see each other on Wednesday. I'm going to continue working on the team data science thing. I hope I'm getting the first version finished very quickly. And yeah, join the Telegram. Let's chat on Telegram. Don't forget the Telegram. And yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for being here on LinkedIn. Thanks for being here on YouTube. Have a great day, a great morning, a great night. I'm going to go to sleep. It's 11:45 or almost. Yeah. If you yeah, we can talk about the topics for Wednesday. If you have something really, really interesting, get in touch, and we can talk about it. I can add it to the thing. If you have an article written, write it to me, and we can talk about this. Yeah. Bye bye. Have a great one.